Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today in front of you I have the new STERNGLAS NAOS, or the N-A-O-S, that's how you spell it. It's from a German brand. I've reviewed a couple of their watches before. I've always been impressed with the quality and the overall design of their watches that I really do adore. And they are offering this one on Kickstarter for pre-order in a couple days, I believe, on February 24th. Exact dates and everything will be in the description below with a link to the Kickstarter campaign. Now, this watch, it's basically almost the same watch as the Quartz iteration that they released, but slightly different. Obviously, you have an automatic movement. Let me first show you the packaging that the actual watch came in. And here's a first quick glimpse at the actual watch, as you can see here. But let me show you the actual packaging that it came in. Keep in mind, this is a sample model, so there will be slight different, a couple little different things, but nothing major on the final versions. As you can see, very simple minimalist boxing. There's the logo, as you can see there. And then on the side, as you can see, there's their website and just some information in German. Then inside you get your manual and of course all your information for your warranty and stuff like that. But let's get into the good stuff, and that is the watch. So as you can see, it is a Bauhaus design style. A minimalist design style, and most of their watches, or I should say all of them, follow the same design cue. And they're pretty nice looking. They're functional, they're good for everyday use, they're simple and logical in my honest opinion. Now some basic specifications on this one. Obviously we get that nice white dial with the minimalist Sternglass logo printing below 12. And we also do get above 6, as you can see, 38 millimeters and Bauhaus. I think that's really cool how they printed Bauhaus there. Now this is housed in a solid 316L stainless steel case all around. It is 38 millimeters in diameter, so it's quite a nice size, for the modern man. I would say 38 millimeters is a really nice size. We have 20 millimeter lug widths here, as you can see, and it's all polished all around, kind of in like a pie pan style case here. Nice little teardrop lugs, fully polished. I don't see any brushed surfaces on this timepiece. As you can see all around, nice high polish, no blemishes or anything like that I see so far. Now the crystal you're looking at right here, as you can see, it is domed. This is a genuine sapphire crystal with a double anti-reflective coating, and I think that's really needed for a white dial because in direct sunlight a white dial can really sometimes be hard to read. So the double anti-reflective coating definitely helps solve that issue there, and there's no legibility issues whatsoever. Now the hands are quite simple and thin, and they are actually blue, if you can see. It's kind of hard, but the hands are blue themselves. I like the half seconds hand. As you notice, most watches or Swiss watches have a counterbalance on the seconds hand. This does not. So as you can see, it's just a thin stick coming around here, sweeping around the dial. I think that's really neat, and definitely also goes along with the whole Bauhaus theme. Most Bauhaus watches are designed like this. Brands such as Nomos and stuff like that. Now inside powering this watch is an automatic Miyota 821A. Now the Miyota 821A has around, I would say, around 42 hours of power reserve, true power reserve, which is pretty good and pretty standard for a Japanese Miyota automatic movement. It does beat at 21,600 beats per hour. It also does have a PowerShock shock system, which is quite nice for, shock resistance and all that good stuff. The rotor is unidirectional winding, and it pretty much winds pretty easily. You can give it a shake, it's already going as you see, or you can wind it via the crown. There's no hacking on this movement, but we also do get a quick set date over at 3 o'clock, as you can see in that white window, which is cut out pretty nice, so I get you in a little bit closer here. As you can see, it is cut out pretty nice there, and everything looks pretty on point on a macro level. So to actually function this movement, as you can see, we get a pull and push crown over here. This case is 5 ATMs or 50 meters water resistant, so if you happen to get caught in the rain, I wouldn't fret too much. So you can wind the movement via the crown, and it's fairly easy to wind. It's actually pretty smooth, as you can see there. And that will give it some power. Now your first position when you pull out, we get a quick set date, as you can see, which is quite snappy there. And then your final position, we can set the time here. As you can see, we have nice fine thin markings going all around the watch. As you can see, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, just for hour reference markers, and also fine minute markings, which are pretty legible as well. It's a very legible watch, very practical, easy to read when you look down at your wrist. You shouldn't have any issues there. Now heading to the case back, they did a full open display, as you can see here. The case back is held down by real screws, which is pretty typical of German design, and we can see the entire Miyota 821A movement, the hollowed out custom rotor here, signed with Sternglass, and some nice stripes going down the movement. So I thought that was pretty neat that they did that. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good, you know, for an 821A, a Miyota movement. I think it looks pretty nice. As you can see, the balance wheel going off over here. So yeah, no issues there whatsoever. You also do get some information surrounding here, just basic specifications. Now here's the watch on my 6.5-inch wrist, 38mm diameter, and it fits really nice on the wrist. You can definitely feel it on the wrist. I would say it's the perfect weight. As you can see there, that nice reflection coming off that sapphire crystal. Now these straps they come on are actually really nice. They're genuine leather straps. They're extremely supple. Signed with the nice Sternglass buckle there, which is a nice size buckle for the strap, and it fits really well. 2 safety keepers as well. And there's no real break-in period needed for these straps. And they also do come with quick release on the back side, if I can show you that. I want to show you that really quick. As you can see, it comes with a nice quick release here. So you just pop this out, you just pop this in, and the strap will come right off. And these straps here are labeled, as you can see. They are made in Deutschland, I believe, and that is Ech Leder, as you can see there, signed with Sternglass stamped over here. Just very flexible, very soft on the hands, and they're really nice. This is a brownish color, and just really goes along with the whole theme of the watch. I think it fits the watch very nicely, and I don't see any issue there. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this model is definitely the strap. It's really nice. So the price point for this model is under $300, I believe, and I think it's a pretty good price for the pre-ordering. You know, there's nothing really wrong. This is a sample model, as stated. There might be a few little changes, but nothing major. And overall, I think they knocked it out of the park with the design aesthetic on this piece, and everything is in place for a nice minimalist Bauhaus affordable watch, which is quite hard to find nowadays. You know, brands like Nomos and brands such as, I'm trying to think of some other ones. There aren't too many minimalist style watch brands or Bauhaus style brands, but for the most part, a lot of them are pretty much $1,000 and up. And what Sternglass is basically doing, in my eyes, is providing, you know, the same great designs done in a good way. I do like how they did everything here, and they're basically making it affordable. So you can get this same design as like a $3,000, $4,000 Nomos, you know, for like $300. I think it's pretty cool what they're doing. And yeah, everything so far so good. So definitely check out the link to their Kickstarter campaign down in the description below. You can read the full article on watchaddictchannel.com. Follow me on Instagram at watchaddictchannel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.